Hi, my name is Lexa Garvey. I am presenting emergency planning for HR with my lovely companion, Mango. He is a sun conure. And speaking of good luck, a lot of time you'll actually see certain birds and tropical symbols used, like the portrait behind me was from a hotel room, and they're non-controversial, and it makes you feel kind of homey. So, since I'm talking about emergency planning, let me break down the two really important definitions of an emergency. An emergency is something that threatens one of four categories, which is life, health, property, and the environment. They're usually prioritized in that order. Within a business, typically, the main concern, if you're going to call it an emergency in a business, it is something that interrupts workflow. So, today, I will be telling you about the emergency procedures that need to be activated for HR, because this is a very, yes, my sidekick agrees, this is a very important topic. Yes? Okay. So, right now, we are dealing with a very specific kind of emergency. Right now, we are having flooding issues. Yeah, that's not good for business, and that does not help us. Yes. It does not help us create good profit streams, and it is disruptive to workflow, which is the definition of an emergency in a business. Okay, so I'm currently being interviewed for, yes, very important questions about what exactly an emergency pertains to, and what is it? Ask away. Ah! My bird just pooping on me qualifies as an emergency that interrupts this video. Now that we're dealing with the ramifications of the emergency to workflow, yes, the emergency workflow, yes. So, we must move forward and continue on in our quest to discover what exactly constitutes emergency planning. Now, in this crisis of stuff coming up, or out, we have a particular protocol, which is I go get it off me and usually end up changing my shirt. In a business, it could be something like a supplier not coming through. So, in a case scenario where a supplier does not come through, there has to be a series of procedures and steps to take that would allow let's say it's a restaurant, to continue. Like, let's say your house specialty is the rack of lamb, and New Zealand, the lamb was turned away, and your lamb is not going to be there for dinner service tonight. You better have a backup plan so that you can serve your signature recipe. Otherwise, your reputation falters, and it's not good for business. And really, that's what emergency planning is there for. It's number 1, to save lives, number 2, to save health, and number 3, to save property and profit, because it's a business, and there's no point in spending the time and energy and money to pay someone to come up with emergency planning if it's not going to save time and money later on. Okay, so we went over what would happen in a restaurant. What could happen in lodging? Earlier we had a flood that was luckily taken care of, because we have great people on the case, and it works out very well the majority of the time. So, what happened next? You also have the issue of what happens when you have rooms booked, and your hotel runs out of power. That's why partnerships exist between different hotels locally, so that guests are still maintained and made happy, even when the facilities just totally don't work.